it was okay, okay, for a bunch of kids to jump on another kid, it's problematic to me. I'm sorry. I have to distance myself, from, and I love Judge Joe Brown and I respect ZX, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is someone who has been bullied all her life. Judge Joe Brown watched his friend be stabbed. Those are two different scenarios, okay? And see, this is when you don't deal with your traumas. They impact your life subconsciously. Now, I try to give as much respect to alpha males, but I draw the line at certain things. Being someone who was stalked on the internet, we allow bullies. See, they're alpha males. They think you're just supposed to take an ass whooping and keep it moving. But everybody's not an alpha male. Everybody don't want to be hazed. Everybody don't want to be jacked up. It was clear they set this boy up. And they effed around and found out. We hood people understand that. You F around, you find out. You fuck with me. What did Carmela do that was so threatening? Them boys beat their daddy up. What do you think they were going to do to him? And allegedly broke his arm. I haven't seen any police report. I don't know. I'm just going by other commentators. But now he want to be daddy dearest. He want to tell the Anthonys how to be good parents when his punk ass boys were running around. Maybe you and Joe Brown, when y'all were young, y'all were like them. See, I'm not a female. I'm not a male. I'm not a male. So I don't do what Steve Harvey told me to do and think like a man because I'm not a man. But if you think that it is okay, this is my last video. I ain't gonna dress it. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing, keeping it moving and staying focused. But it's very hurting and disappointing. Yes, a kid is dead. But guess what the kid could have done? He had 101 things he could have done. Go get an adult if they think that the kid shouldn't be there. Why is kids policing kids? Where were the motherfucking adults? That thing happens in seconds, minutes. And it's easy to sit in our comfortable homes that we own and talk shit. It ain't your child. Not once did you. What would you do if they would have jumped you? Oh, I would just take the ass whooping. Fuck that. We've been brutalized enough in this country. Yeah, it's the same thing. They were acting like little Zimmermans 2.0. I don't think race is as much as it played, but the way people are responding, it's so ingrained in the culture, in the DNA. People don't even think they being racist. Try that with a Jew. Try that with a real Muslim. Try it with a real Muslim. See, them cops showed up quick at that mosque because they know it was about to be Armageddon. These fake, funky Christians have been detrimental. And I don't judge people, but when I look at men and I look at how they conduct themselves with women, and first thing I say, oh, you're married. That tells me a lot about a man. That tells me a lot about a man. And then I look and see if your wife happy. See, beta males like to run through. They like to run through women. They don't want to commit to a real one. They don't want to be held responsible. They don't want to train their nature. They use it as an excuse. But if you go to King Solomon, he said it's all vanity. We talk about these preachers and stuff, but then we beg like a preacher. Beg for cash app, beg for super chats, beg. But the Bible said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. That's why when VS offered me her platform, she asked me for a cash app. I said, no, you keep it. You keep that money. I can work. I have some dignity. Even when I was struggling, I never asked people for money. Then everybody want to get on Lady Nika for asking for cash apps and stuff, but you're doing the same thing. See, that's why I always check my character. I always check my character before I start pointing at people. I make sure that I'm not doing the fuck shit that other people are doing. There's 3 fingers pointing back at me, so I gotta make sure my house is in order. I gotta make sure my house is in order. Kids will tell on you. You know what I'm saying? Guess what my kids don't do? Go around bullying folks. Guess what my kids do? They'll help before they hurt. And y'all not holding those mudcats because they were 5 bleachers down. Why they didn't keep their asses down there on the bleacher? If they wouldn't even threaten, nah, he effed around and he found out. So I'm just letting everybody know, if you support the Metcalfs, the end of the road right here. End of the road, you ain't got to worry about me no more. Because now I'm side-eyeing people like, wow. Then I'm starting to say maybe there is really a boule. And they sent out the word on these people because they got dirt on you. And so they got, even though you don't want to, now I'm starting to think there's a boule within the boule. But guess what? God sees everything. God sees everything. And one thing I know a man of God is that he's humble. He's humble. That's the first sign of spiritual maturity. Because you know you'll never be better, wiser, and stronger than God. I'm done.